Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Celeste Divine and today I want to talk about 5 self-care tips that I use as a busy single mom that are practical, reasonable, and relatively free. Self-care. First of all, caring for yourself while also caring for 3 other people is extremely hard, while also balancing work, while also running a business. It's extremely hard. And to be honest with myself and with you, most days I don't want to care for myself after caring for people. I want to go to bed. But I understand the importance of filling into my cup so I can fill into everybody else's. And so here are 5 things that I do regularly to care for myself, to love on myself, and to kind of replenish my energy. Tip number one. Number one is simple. I love coffee. Well, I don't love coffee. It's irrelevant. I drink my coffee alone every morning. Before I wake the kids up, I go downstairs and I make a cup of coffee. I don't make a regular cup of coffee. I put it in a pretty mug. I put my creamer in it. I sprinkle it with cinnamon because that's the way I like it. I make it special. Can I afford Starbucks every day? Hell no. But can I afford to make a cup of coffee at home and enjoy it in the quiet before the day gets started and gets chaotic? Yes. And so that is what I do. It's simple. I already bought coffee, so I don't have to spend any money. And it allows me a moment of peace before the chaos begins of the day. So, number one, drinking my coffee alone. Number two, I make my bed every morning. Every morning when I wake up, I make the bed. And I know a lot of people don't make their bed in the morning. For me, making my bed cleanses the space. Like your room instantly looks cleaner. Your mind instantly is less cluttered when the bed is made. So every morning I make the bed. Why? Also, because when I come home from work, it's been a really long day. When I come in my room and the bed is made, I feel calm. And for me, self care is creating peace, it's creating calmness, it's creating tranquility. And so when I come into my space, I want to feel peaceful. I don't want to come into my room and be stressed about anything else because I know on the other side of my door is chaos. So I try to create peace everywhere I go as often as I can, even in the smallest ways. So making my bed is what I do for self care. Number three, I take a bath or a really, really long shower as often as I need to. Sometimes it will be multiple times a day if I can. Um, when you are overstimulated as a mom, because I have an 18-month-old, a 12-year-old, and a 17-year-old, and each one of those children have a different level degree of madness that they cause in me. So I need to decompress. Taking a long shower or a nice bath, 20 minutes of quiet, alone time, but not even necessarily just quiet, but something about being in the water or having the water on me. It's very tranquil, it's very soothing, it's very healing, it's very peaceful and relaxing, and I need that. So as often as I need it, I get in the shower or the tub. And to be honest, there has been times where I could not get the alone time that I needed. So I still took a bath, and the baby was just in my room causing chaos, and I didn't care because I need to get in the tub and I'll deal with it when I come out. Okay, Miss Rachel gets put on the tablet and the baby is here. My bathroom door is open and I'm in the tub because I need to. Okay, I don't know what number that was. But next, I make it a point to be nice to myself. Kindness, grace. Those are my words that I use to bring myself back into present moment and now and not beat myself up because a lot of times as moms we are so hard on ourselves feeling like we are not doing enough, not achieving enough, not being enough for all of the people, and need to show ourselves some grace, because the reality is, if you're worried about whether or not you're doing a good job as a mom, you're doing a good job. Because bad moms are not thinking, I'm being a bad mom. They just out there being a bad mom. And so I don't really have to worry about that, because I'm always worried about my children every second of every day up until the time I go to sleep. So I show myself grace. I remind myself, hey, bitch, you're doing a good job. I'm in the mirror all the time talking to myself, reminding myself to be nice. Be nice to me. Because if I don't be nice to me, who else is going to be nice to me? So kindness and grace. Self-care for me. Is this another number? I don't know. I lost track. But affirmations. I use affirmations every single day. I have, at one point, I was doing them on sticky notes and putting them around my room. But I think one morning I ran out of sticky notes. So I just took a dry erase marker and started writing on the mirror. So I literally have affirmations on my mirrors, so that in the morning or at night or any opportunity I have to look in the mirror, which is often because I'm in my room a lot, I'm looking at the affirmations, and I might not always be saying them, but my subconscious mind is picking up on it and it's being implanted in me. So it's there. And it is very helpful, because sometimes, especially when you're stressed and you look in the mirror, seeing something positive to reaffirm that you are in fact on the right path. You are doing a good job. You are doing your best. You are, achieving something that you are going after is really, really important. So I use affirmations. I draw on my mirror to recite them. What else? Oh, I journal. I journal. And yes, I journal. And I just finished a journal from page 1 to page, I don't know how many pages was in there, but I completed a book, and I'm very, very excited about it. And maybe one day I will go and read some of it aloud, but not today. But yes, number 5, and I think this is my final one. Number 5, self-care thing that I do to not lose my mind is journal. I journal every day at night. I put the baby to sleep with me most nights. I know that is against what they say, but it works, and she's usually asleep by 9:30 every night, which I can deal with. So while we are, watching our nightly show, I'm journaling. I journal. And it's not like always something major and profound. Some days it's literally in giant letters like, this day is over and I'm happy. But just to get something out on paper, especially for me, I don't talk a lot about my feelings. So journaling for me is really helpful in getting my emotions out and getting that energy out of me and into something else that is away from me, so that I'm not just stored up with all of this built up anxiety or fear or worry or whatever is going on in my life at the time. Journaling. And I don't just journal, like I make it something that I want to do. So I have a nice pretty journal, and I make sure I use my favorite pens and then my favorite color and make it something that I want to do. It is not a chore for me to sit and journal. And I think implementing self-care when you are already busy and trying to make space to do something outside of what you normally do can be very overwhelming and frustrating. And so I think that making it as simple as possible is the best bet to consistency. And we have to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves consistently. And I guess I'm gonna do one more. So my final, this is number 6, 7, I don't know. My final self-care tip is wearing clothes that I love. Okay? Every single day, I get dressed and I put on something that I absolutely love. But not only something that I love, but I put on something that makes me feel like me. When I look in the mirror and I'm like, yeah, this is Celeste. I feel like me. Because sometimes we can get dressed and it's really like we are putting on a costume to be somebody else. I don't want to feel like that in my life. in every part of my life, I want to feel 100% myself. And so I get dressed in a way that is reflective of who I am at any given moment, because I am a Pisces and my mood changes like the wind. And so does my wardrobe choices. um, so I make sure to put on clothes that make me feel like me. When there was a time when I wasn't investing in myself and what I wore in that way, I do notice a change in how it changed how I present myself and deal with people. So when I'm wearing clothes that make me feel like me, I'm more confident. Um, I'm more fearless. I challenge myself more. I work harder. I'm more productive when I feel like me. And so it's not so much about the vanity of putting on clothes, but just putting on something to make you feel good. I think, especially for me right now, as a mom of a little person, after having a break of not having little people, now I have an 18-month-old, and anybody who has little children knows that at a certain point you're just kind of throwing on clothes and like, let me just hurry up, because you're not taking care of yourself because you're trying to take care of this little person. So putting on clothes that feel good, that make me feel good, that are also comfortable, because I don't like to be uncomfortable. And so yeah, that is self-care for me. Wearing things I love and finding peace everywhere I go. So I just wanted to share some quick tips that I use on a regular basis. I'm not going to lie and say a daily basis, but on a regular basis, to care for myself, to replenish myself, to instill confidence in myself, to show myself some love. And if you've taken nothing else away from this, remember to show yourself some grace and be kind to yourself, and remember that you're doing a good job. So thank you so much for joining this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.